Hello everyone, I'm Alistair and welcome back to our Insanity Challenge. We are doing so great and even improving our settlement with the automation. As you can see, the grill, the fluid dams, well, at least 2 from 3 are automated now. We removed the forest from here, only a few pine trees for the pine resin remains here, but those will be moved away too, but on the later stage. And look at this magnificent oak forest here that we have. We will need another irrigation for the expansion, but so far this works great. And today we are going to finish this. Well, we need to remove some of these thorns and trees and build the levees around so we can battle this badtide rain. And here we will continue around. We don't need to go that far away. Let's just do this. We need to make this safe from the badtide. Like that, but let's remove these two for now, so they can reach everything. And I hope that we will be able to finish it before the next badtide. How many builders do we have? Only 2, okay. No injured right now. 3 pumps are running. They are automated. That's great. Industry is working except for the observatory. Wood workshop. Yeah, let's keep making some treated planks as long as we have pine resin. And building is unstaffed. Ah, yeah, bad water pump. Alright, so we have a bad water pump. Now they are building the storage for the bad water. Okay. But I would rather you to prioritize working on this area here. We will get some injured beavers from this. So let's do that first. And then we can focus on doing other stuff. Okay. Yeah, let's remove that. That takes forever to remove because there are thorns. So let's prioritize it. Water tanks. Yeah, we can hold 4200 water now, that's amazing. And we are struggling with the sunflower seeds. Yeah, I wanted to add another farm here, but currently, yeah, you see, we have already 1 injured beaver. That's fine. That's expected. And yeah, they will finish that. And then they can build this farm, or let's speed it up. Let's pause. Let's take 2 farmers from here and have 4 builders instead. And put this on the highest priority, so they will build it quickly tomorrow. We can remove this farm here, the old one. For this, yeah. Okay, that will be built very shortly. But I think we are going to keep... yeah, 4 builders for some time at least. I need to keep an eye on our injured beavers. Just in case. Because we don't want too many injured beavers. And we have 20 beavers. We can have maximum 21, yeah. 1 children is missing. And we will see if this will work. That's set up for badtide. Yeah, I need to figure out how to do it for temperate season, drought and badtide on just 1 floodgate. I wasn't playing much with the automation yet. We can do that with relays and memories maybe, I think. Oh, we have 3 injured beavers. Okay. Right. Let's put this on the lowest priority. 3 injured beavers. Damn it. Let's lower the workers here in this farm to 2 and 2, as we have too many injured now. This one will be removed. Perfect. We even have our lumberjacks automated, yeah. Can we automate forester? I'm not sure. Yeah, well, we can automate it, but I'm not sure how to, because we can't check for the trees that are here, I guess. There is nothing like that. Maybe we can only like do it with a timer? Or we can set it up together with this, yeah. So when we have less logs than 300 or whatever I set it to, it will turn on the lumberjacks and the forest at the same time, so the trees will be replanted. Yeah, we can do that. 4 injured beavers, what the heck are you doing? Stop removing the thorns. And the drought is approaching, so this will be fine. We'll be able to finish it later. So no problem there. And we have that storage for the bad water. And bad water I wanted for extract, so we can make a memory. And some other stuff maybe. Yeah, but we are not going to do it right now. We are already missing 5 beavers, so... No, because 4 are injured. Yeah, I should have built more beds for them. We have only 2. Okay, let's add 2 more. So they can rest and get healthy again. And we are going to unlock some of the roofs. Yeah, this one. I want the roof on our houses. Yeah, chaotic. That will be a lot of planks, but I want some roofs on our houses to look a little bit better. Nicer. Stronger. And treated planks, we don't need that many, so let's pause that for now. And instead... nothing else. Yeah, we are still missing 4 beavers that are injured. I was going to turn on another lumber mill, but we will wait with that. Okay, the levees that are building here are going quite well. The thorns are the main issue. Wood is okay. Soon the lumberjacks will be activated. But we don't have enough workforce, unfortunately. But we still have 4 builders. Yeah, let's lower that to only 1. Yeah, let's go down to 1. So we will have enough beavers for anything else. Yeah, lumberjacks are just being activated. Let's put them on a slightly higher priority. So they are prioritized before the forester. Okay, we don't need to do anything really. We are only going to close this fort gate now that the drought is here. Yeah, let's close it and open this one. Ah, this one is already opened. Okay. I will do another weather station. Because I want to figure out how can we combine it all. You know what? Let's do 3 like this next to each other. And let's remove that one. We are going to be experimenting. Let's do a quick math. How much we will need for 30 beavers. And how long is the drought? 43 days. Okay. So right now we need almost 4,000 water, so we can't really expand the population anymore. Let's go 17-hour work days for a couple of days. I want to fill those tanks as quickly as possible. And then we will pause most of the pumps. Yeah, we can make this better with a relay. Like, they are now checking the... Which one it is? This one. They are checking the threshold if it doesn't equal 0. But we can add a relay and a resource counter. And we can fine-tune it a little bit better, because we can be checking that water level, and we can be checking the amount of water in our tanks and pausing the pumps accordingly. And pause the gear production for a while. Let's focus on planks. Okay, the water tanks are increasing. I mean the storage finally. I would like to have another builder but we dropped down to 18 beavers with no children so far. We will need to wait a couple of days, it seems. But everything else is working fine, it's just the builder is taking forever to do anything. And here with the relay I think we will be manipulating everything, but let's... No, I can't build a memory yet. Because I want these gates to be working differently if it is drought, badtide or a temperate season. Because on a drought, when it started, I want them to close. If it is a badtide that started, I want them to open. If it is temperate season, I want them to open to 085. So I need 3 states. So maybe we will need a memory. I'm not sure. We can unlock it, but we don't have an extract. You know what? Let's send one beaver to pump some bad water. Pump some bad water, and in the meantime we will build a centrifuge here, if we can afford one. Centrifuge. 40 gears, 30 metal blocks. We can't afford it, but we can start. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it this way. Whatever. Just a few planks. Few platforms I meant, but yeah, I'm not wrong, they are using planks. Then a centrifuge. It will not be built anytime soon, but we will have that option to make an extract. Because with a relay on its own... I don't know if that's even possible to do, like a 3 states on one floodgate. Maybe we can do that with a contamination sensor. That would be checking the water contamination here at the start of the water source. And if it detects the contamination, it will close this floodgate and open this one. That would be for the badtide, but we need to connect that anyways. Yeah, I will need to think about it a little bit more. Yeah, I can set it only here what to do when it is off or on, but I can't really send any signal to change the way the floodgate behaves. So maybe it will be better to do it with valves, I think. Because again, it has only 2 states, off or on. So I can't really regulate it as I would like to. I think we will just go with a slow iteration. First we will do it for the badtide, as we've already had it, and then we will try to improve upon it. Temperate season and badtide we can put together because they need to be open on both of those. Maybe if I switch that for the valves and we will be dealing only with the flow rate instead of balancing these two, how much they are open. But wait, this one is always open when there is water flowing and the excess is going down because we have it constrained down here. Okay, so that works. Okay, that simplifies things a bit. So we really want to close this one only when there is a badtide. Okay. So disregard that one and work only with this floodgate. Maybe put a valve and use the flow rate instead of having the height set up to 0.85 or whatever it was. But anyways, now when this is full, all the flow is going down anyway, so it doesn't matter, I think. I guess I'm a little bit overcomplicating it in my head. Never mind, I would like to replace that with valves anyways. So we can get on the other side much easily and cheaper. We need only planks and metal blocks. Planks, we already have 100. So that shouldn't be a problem. And band water, we have almost 200. I think that's enough for now. So we are going to pause that pump. And here, builder, what are you doing? What you working on now? Maybe on the levees down here. Probably. But you know what? Let's prioritize some of these roofs. Roof. And then do me these two automation thingies. The resource counter and the relay. And we will going to change the automation for the pumps. And we will want to make a few more metal blocks, I think. Let's go and remove these floodgates. And we will have valves here instead. I think we need only one. Probably. But let's build 3 because I can. Yeah. That may be an overkill, but I don't care. And we are down to 8 treated planks. Let's collect some pine resin, please. We will need to start making more gears again. We are down to 13. But already missing 2 beavers. Yeah, Forestry is not working. Yeah, the observatory should be on a lower workplace priority, so we can fill up other workplaces that needs to be worked at the current state. I like it that now the lumberjacks are turning on and off together with the forester. That's really nice. Okay, so we have resource counter. That will be water. And let's go with the percent, because quantity I will need to adjust always when we increase the capacity. So let's go with the percentage. And let's go, if it is less or equal, let's go to 95%. Yeah, 95%. Now use this relay, that will be relay pumps. Relay pumps, and we will be taking both signals from the, what's this? DPS pumps on and off. We can do it even like this, click, and this, relay. And it will be only on if both inputs are on. And this we will send to pumps. So pumps will be now set up to relay pumps. And we can, with V, copy the setting. Nice. And I'm going to rename this relay pumps on, off. Yeah, like that. So now, if the water is more, or is more than 95%, they should stop. But again, it will drop down and they will turn on again. So maybe we should use a timer together with that and turn it on for like 1 day or something. So let's do a timer. Delay oscillator. No, let's do delay. I was not dealing with the others. So we will take signal from that relay, pumps on and off. And if it is on, let's have a delay 1 tick. And then we will turn pumps on for like 2 days. Maybe we make it to like 90%. I don't know, let's go 95. Yeah, let's go 95. And then this timer we will be using to controlling the pumps. Yeah. So that will be, again, timer. I don't know why I always write timber. Timer, pumps, on, off. Okay, the valves are being built. And the flow should be unlimited, I think, after this is filled up. We will be tinkering with it, because currently it is 1 meter cubic per second, or whatever is the term. Okay, we have that new timer done, so now let's again change this to timer pumps on and off. And the reset will be what? Reset will be nothing, we don't need that, because it will reset itself after 2 days. Alright, we have these new valves built, so let's remove these 2 platforms here, and we can build a road on top of the valves. And now we have an access here. We are going to remove these trees that are in our way, because we need to get here. I want to build that contamination sensor. It is unlocked. No, but we can unlock it. 400 signs. And we will build it right here, next to our water source. And threshold will be 1%. If it is equal or bigger than 1%, it will turn on, and that means we will close this floodgate. And we can call it Badtide detector. And this will connect to Badtide detector. If it is off, it will be at 0. When it is on, it will be at 2 meters. So that means closed. It doesn't work exactly as I was anticipating. Something is wrong. Maybe the tick takes much longer than I thought. There's still zero ticks. I don't know how long the ticks takes. There's no tooltip here. It would be really useful, because I've seen the pumps turn off and then turn on again, turn off and then turn on again. So the timer doesn't work properly. So maybe change the delay, or what's the next? There's a pulse oscillator, accumulator. How does the pulse work? On for T1 after A switches on. On for T1 after A switches on. Ah, okay, so maybe this is what we want. Okay, let's check this out. This is on. Relay pumps on off. But this is off. Why it is off? Maybe because it is activated? No, it is off. Oh, I didn't change it to a timer. I'm a dum-dum. I didn't change it to a timer. Why didn't I change it to a timer? It should be on a timer, right? Or it should be on a... No. I got confused myself. It should be here, I think. Okay, let's do it again. Because I was doing something in between and I forgot how this works, apparently. I should not be leaving the game when I'm recording. Okay, so we are taking the depth measure and the resource counter. We are sending that to relay. Relay should be sending it to the timer. Yes. And this should be set to timer. Yeah. Okay, so I have set it up this wrongly. So it should be on timer pumps on and off. I thought I changed it, but apparently not. This is off. We are taking from relay, but when the relay is on, this should be on too. But it is not, because we have equal or lower than 95% of water. So this is on. Okay, on for T1 after A switches on. Okay, let's reset this. So this is on. But why is not this on? I don't know. On for T1, that will be... It should be on for 2 days after A, which is this one, switches on. Resets when reset. Reset is not optional? Yeah, reset is optional, so... Why is this not on? Okay, let's try lowering this to 94%. And we will see. It dropped to 94%. Okay, now it works. Alright, so that was just a problem that it was already set up to... It was already at 95% when I built this and set it up, so it didn't, you know, clicked. Now it will work for 2 days, the pumps will be running, and then it will be checking this again. Okay, so now when there is a water in this reservoir, in the river, whatever we want to call it, and the water in our storage tanks is less or equal to 95%, then the pumps will turn on for 2 days to pump. Alright, and we built some roofs. Nice. How's the well-being? 13, okay. Wet fur we can improve for sure. We will need to build some showers. Wait, we have 2 showers, but that's not enough. Oh, I can fit another one here. Yeah, look at that. Let's do that. And when we remove this forest, let's not do any fancy platforms or anything. Let's just build a few more showers like this. And we can put some decoration in between. And let's do 1 beaver statue. Yeah, let's spend that 500 science on it. Let's do 1 beaver statue. And for our builder, now I want you to build all of this. We have 1 builder, we have 2 builders, so maybe that will go a little bit better. We have 2 unstaffed buildings. Yeah, Forestry is not working again. Okay, what's the threshold to turn that off? Oh, they are turned on for 25 days. Maybe that's an overkill. Yeah. Let's turn them for 10 days. So they are turned off, and we will be checking that again. If it is more than... if it is less than 350. Alright. So they are turned off. We have enough beavers now. Even the observatory is working. And yeah, I want to build this. Can you reach it even? Yes, they can reach it. Let's have 4 builders for a while. Ooh, look at that. We have even 100 sunflower seeds in our storage. Nice. Nicely done. Okay, pumps are again on. They will be turning off and on and off right now. But I think we will go up to 98%. Yeah, as I want this to be filled up as much as possible. And we will be adding more pumps, more storage. But first we need to start making gears again. We have 200 planks. So let's start making gears. And maybe we should add another gear workshop, because it takes forever to make any gears. But the way I build all of this, there is not really a good spot to do it. We can do it here and move the power shaft on platforms from back here. Yeah, we will do that. But first, let's do those showers. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. And what else? We will improve with the lantern. We build 1, and we will have a beaver statue. Roofs are fully satisfied. Next, maybe we should do more food. We should grow chestnut trees. Let's remove these dead trees from here. Yeah, I won't be chopping down dead trees, I told you many times. Especially when we have a big forest with the oaks. It's not worth it our time. Maybe we can have like a smallish forest here. Or maybe we should... Maybe we should connect it with the existing forest, I was going to say. But there isn't much room here anyways. Yeah, because we have all these buildings here. Yeah, that forest is a no bueno. But maybe we can do another one down here. We will change this road as it is terrible. We'll change the road. And we can have a forest then somewhere here, I would say. And we are going to later irrigate more area to cover, or even all the way back here we can have a forester. We can put a platform here, and later we will have stairs down. Yeah, and he will be able to reach this whole area. Oh, and this is almost finished. Great. But we still need to get rid of these thorns. Yeah, let's focus on the thorns. Remove that. Because we need 3 more that needs to be destroyed. And removed this tree and this tree. And then the rest of the thorns. Yeah, we will get some injured beavers, unfortunately, but it needs to be done. So this will be our new forest, and we can grow those chestnut trees here. And then we will add a new grill. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Well-being score 16. We jumped for a second. Yeah, that will improve. And look at that. Pumps are still turned on. Yeah, because the timer is for 2 days. Maybe it's too much to have for 2 days. Maybe I should lower it to just 1 day. Let's go 1 day. Anyway, soon they will stop pumping as there will be no more water there. What is unstaffed? Ah, the observatory, the usual suspect. Oh, we have badtide detector. Okay, so badtide detector, if it is on, okay, this double floodgate will close, and maybe we can increase the flow from here. Okay, let's check. Where are you? What did I call it? Badtide detector, right? Here. So on flow, on state, we will have unlimited flow. If it is off, let's keep it on 1 meter cubic per second. Or cubic meters, yeah. And let's wait. We will wait for the temperate season to see how it will go. Oh, we have 1 injured beaver. But 1 of the thorns were removed. We need more levees here. Oh, we don't need to go that high. Probably. Now we need to remove another 2 thorns. And build a few more levees. And we can finish even these here. And I'm going to take coffee, so I'll be right back. It should be already done. Okay, I have my dirty bean water ready, so we can continue. And you can see the pumps stopped working because there is no water here. That's perfect. That's what we wanted. Nice. Okay, so pumps are automated. The wood production, well, the logs chopping is automated. We can work more with the food later. We are only working with the grill. Yeah, we can later have like a separate farms for like potatoes, carrots and whatnot, and then turning them on and off depending on what we currently need. That's maybe a bit too, you know, too much, and that could be fun to separate all of that. Just for the sake of separating it, because we can. Anyways, they're perfect. They removed all the thorns that were in a way. So we can build the levees here. Whoop, I misclicked. Okay, let's put it on the highest priority. So that's dealt with. So next bad time, this should flow away of the map. It will still contaminate the whole area, but that's not important right now. We just wanted to get an access to a geothermal engine. So that will be done. And we can probably do another irrigation somewhere here. This power shaft is not really in a good spot. We will redo the road. And we will move it above the road, I think. And I must not forget about the zip line. We should be able to unlock it soon. Or we can already unlock it, but we don't have a metal for it. And we need another storage for the gears, as we have only that small storage, which is definitely not enough. And yeah, I know what I'm going to do. It will cost us a few planks, but we can do a medium warehouse here for the gears. Like that. And then we can build another one on top of it for anything else that we will need here. So let's do that. In the meantime, pause the gear workshop, start smelting some metal. We will be removing these small piles. This small pile for planks can go, for the gears can stay, and whenever that's done, we can build a large pile on top of it here for the planks instead. And then have maybe another one for the metal blocks. Yeah, we will use this one probably for metal blocks. And the new one for planks will be built here, closer to lumber mills. And another one for treated planks probably. And a tank for the extract and a storage for paper. We have at least that small storage for paper, that's okay. Alrighty then. What is unstaffed? Yeah, the observatory as usual. But we have 4 builders, that's why. Wish we could have, with the automation changing the prioritized resource. Can we? I don't think so. No. Because it would be nice if, like, checking, oh, we have full storage with the carrots. Alright, prioritize resource, potatoes or whatever. You know, just switch it. Or maybe it's not necessary, because if we have a full storage of the carrots, it will be full even here at the farmhouse, theoretically. Anyways, I will do separate farms, for just the sake of separating them. It will not be that efficient, but it will be fun. Or maybe not. I'm not decided. We will see how this will go. Maybe we can take a relay. No, we still have one output. I was thinking like we can take a relay, build a relay, take a signal from the badtide detector and from the weather station if it is temperate season, and then change the flow rate. But again, there's a problem because we can have only one signal. Yeah, I can connect this to only one, but maybe that array or relay, I don't know even what I'm talking about. Maybe that relay we can connect to another relay, like relay inception. I don't know if that will work the way I want it to work, but I think we can. But we still can't change this flow limit here, because that's set up manually by us, and we can't change it with the relay, which is a bit shame. Otherwise that would be really useful. We have a flow sensor, but that changed nothing. Okay, let's keep it this way. I'm not going to complicate it now. I will figure it out slowly, or wait for the mods that will definitely going to expand on this automation stuff. I guarantee that. I want someone from Factorio to build a automation for the Timberborn. That would be awesome. The only thing that we will need is what are they? Belts. Yeah, belts for transferring the resources, like from this storage directly to the lumber mill and gear workshop or whatever. That would be a bit too much, I think, for the Timberborn. But hey, let's see where we will go. And this large pile for the logs must go away. I forgot about it. This one, let's keep it here. We will use it for the construction later, probably. We have this one here. Oh, we used all planks. Bloody hell, that was quick. Okay, let's turn both lumber mills. Damn it, we used all the planks. We are going to automate planks. Where did we use 100 planks? What did I build? I built only a few platforms here. Oh yeah, the centrifuge, 60 planks. Alright. I said nothing. I said nothing. Now, I want resource counter, but first, let's remove this lantern and small warehouse. Build this large pile here, that will be for the planks. This one, switch for the metal blocks. Okie dokie. And now, I want resource counter. And a timer. And relay maybe. Maybe. No, I think we need just resource counter and timer. Yeah. I don't even need these two depth sensors here, but it works that way, so I'll just keep it working that way. Because we can do it with just a depth sensor and a timer, and it will be fine. But I think this is more like a fine-tuned control. So I'm controlling how much they will be dropping the water in. Whatever, doesn't matter, it works. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. And if it is working, it ain't stupid, right? That's my motto, and I will keep it that way. So, resource counter and timer. Yeah, but where do I want to build it? Because we have these automation stuff all over the place. Maybe one central location would be better. I'm not planning to build anything up here, so I think we can do it here. And I'm wondering how we are even connecting them. I don't see any wires. And beavers don't have an electricity or a Wi-Fi. So how does it work? Lore-wise, of course. It's a game, I know. I'm just curious, lore-wise. How does it work? Do the devs have something in mind? Never mind, let's do an resource control. Let's do it here. And the timer. Let's head all road like this. I can't speak today. We will be checking for the planks. Planks. Yeah, if we have less or equal, and let's go quantity. I will be setting this to quantity, or should we go percentage? Let's go percentage. We will not need to change it. So let's go below 50%. Then let's change it. This will be counter planks. I should be using one like name scheme because it will get, you know, messy. And here we will do the pulse. I think we will take the counter planks, and T1 will be days, and let's say like 5 days. And we are going to connect all the lumber mills to the timer one, which should be called timer. And again, I wrote timber, I don't know why. Timer planks. Planks? Yeah, planks. On, off. So I know what it does. What does it do? We need 4 gears. We are out of gears again? Oh boy. Okay, let's make more gears. Why we are out of gears again? Centrifuge? Yeah, that's you. Damn you, centrifuge. 40 gears, you need it. Because if I'm building the automation stuff like this all over the place, it's hard to miss them and then look for them later. It already happened for me to me before when I was looking for one relay that I couldn't remember where I built it, but I knew that it was built, but I just didn't know where. And you can't look it up from here because there is only like workplaces. At least I didn't see anything like that here. Okay, anyways. We just need one more gear. This will be ready and we can automate plank production. That would be awesome. Yep, that's it. So, planks now. Automate and you will connect to the planks. Whatever plank, timer planks. On off. Copy the setting. Perfect. We are missing 7 beavers. Unfortunately, yeah. Let's pause the smelter. It's nice to be automating stuff, but this needs to be at the normal workplace priority. Otherwise, it will override everything else that I'm trying to do, and that's not good. And it can harm us, alright. Because the planks are not as important like the food or the water. So only water and food production should be on the highest priority. Nothing else. Let's go and speed things up for no reason. I want to test the valves, how they will work. If it will be, you know, sending too much water downstream here to our water wheels before filling this up. So we may to adjust them a little bit. So I want to test that. But only 5 days to go. There is only one remaining fluid dump that we need to, you know, manually turn on and off. I will be changing that too. But we need to move this farm elsewhere. Oh, we already used the bad water. Yeah, I didn't notice. The centrifuge is done. Let's pause it. And we need to finish this power shaft so we can have the second gear workshop working. And we need to build a storage for this, the extract. We don't really need it right now. Anyways, the drought ended. Okay, so the valves are a bit higher, so there shouldn't be any issue. Because first the water is anyways going down here into a reservoir. Yeah. If the valves were by one block lower, maybe then it would be a problem. So far this is okay. Okay, so it can remain that way. And the pumps were already turned on automatically. Perfect. I love that I don't need to do it myself. I don't mind micromanaging and moving beavers around either, but this is nice to have, especially for the bigger colonies. That would be really very useful. And we are not producing planks because why? You should be working. We have only 43. Maybe I should do it with the threshold, with the quantity. But the measurement is 17%. Threshold is 50. Yeah. Should reset it. This should be on, but I think... Yeah, but I think we didn't made enough in 5 days. I think I will need another resource counter here. Or do it differently, like I did it here, when we are counting with the potatoes. We have that lower range, and we have that top range. I think we need to do that. Well, need to. I want to do it. So let's do this one again. And this one will be... So this is... threshold. Let's go down to 25%. And the other one will be... 95%. And then we are using both of the signals. So counter planks, we'll turn it on, and reset will be counter planks 2, or maybe I should call it low and high. But anyways, counter planks 2, and we will have days. Let's go like 25 days, but if they reach it sooner, it will get reset. So let's try again. And we need 1 paper. Do we have paper? We do have paper. Okay. And fine, this is working fine. We will see if this will overflow or not, but we have 3 that can move 1 cubic meter per second. So that's 3 cubic meters per second. So that should be fine. We can maybe set it to unlimited. But maybe that's a bit too much. Let's keep it at 1. Yeah, because you see, it is taking water outside of our reservoir, which we don't want to. Yeah, at 1 cubic meter per second is better. Because it is, you can see the flow, how it is separated. Some water is going inside the reservoir and some is going outside. If the reservoir is full, then everything is going outside. This is filling up a little bit more. But it is not overflowing, so I guess it's working fine. Alright, we have this one now. Can we reset it? Okay, how can I reset this to start working? Wish there was some pause button for the counterplank so we can reset it. Okay, we are overflowing a little bit, so we are going to increase the limit to like 115. Or maybe we will need more. Let's do 125. Okay. Now, how to figure this? It's like it's not getting its signal for some reason. Because it is already below that threshold. So let's go down to 1%. Let's do 7. So we are going to use more planks and then it should hopefully turn back again. Because we have the same problem that we had with the water when we were starting this. So it's a little bit finicky. Let's keep it on pulse. Alright, so now we are waiting to use a little bit more planks and then it will turn on. And I need to fine-tune these valves and find a good spot. Later, when we will have access to overhangs, we can just build valves directly at the water source and regulate the water flow from there to how much we want. And we will not have these problems anymore. Why are the pumps turned off? I would like to know. Yeah, because again, that's the timer that I set up only to 2 days or 1 day. And now that the signal is... Yeah, the measurement is at 56%. Okay, this doesn't work well. I think I will be doing it my way. Yeah, let's turn off this for now. Let's copy the settings. Let's just have them on manual. I will be doing this differently. I will be doing it with 2 resource counters. That seems to be more reliable. So let's do them here. Closer to our water, I guess. Yeah, let's do them here. 1 and 2. We are going to remove this resource counter. Timer can remain, and relay can remain. We'll see. So this will be counter water low. So that will be measurement if it is below 90%. And this will be counter water high. That will be 98, or we can go even 100%. Let's go 100%. And we will be sending it to... Oh, this... okay. Yeah. We need this relay because we are checking for the depth of water, of course. So we will be sending the lower signal to relay. Yeah. So lower will be here, counter water low. That will be sent to relay. Relay is connected here on A. Reset will be counter water high. And wish there was like a indefinite. But we can do it, I think, with 100 days. Or until they reach this high level of this sensor. Alright, I think that will work better. We will test it out very soon. And next season is Drought again, so no Badtide for us to test this out. But there shouldn't be any issue, I guess. It looks okay. Except for the stairs down there. We should not have that. Here, they removed all the trees. Let's move the road. Like it should be. Remove the remaining road, we don't need it. And here, we can start growing some chestnut trees. I'm not even going to automate this forester as it is. There is no need for it. Because we just need to plant it and then we will pause it indefinitely. Because we will not be replanting those trees there. Now, let's increase working hours to 18. As we were slacking on the pumping, we are down to 2600 water. We need to bring that water storage up quickly. And when the drought starts, I would like to close these valves too. To stop releasing the water. But I think, since we can have this connected to only one signal, maybe we can do like a separate set of valves, like here, that will be set up just for the detecting drought and closing it. But I would like to close it much sooner, not here. But we can do a delay there. Yeah, we can do a delay with a timer. Or there is already... Oh, we can activate early. Oh yeah, we can activate early here, like 1 hour. We don't need an delay, we need an early activation. So this is weather drought. Weather drought, this is weather wet season. It's much shorter than temperate season, and this is weather badtide. So we can have these two valves. We will automate them and set them on weather drought. Okay, weather drought. And the weather drought is on, the flow will be set to 0. And normal limit should be the same as is here, so that's 115. And I think that can work. But I don't think we will be able to test it today, as the drought ends in 1.9 days. And I think there's no chance we will build it that fast. Yeah, especially when we don't have enough planks. As this is still not working for some reason. Okay, we need to set the planks to not be automated, as we are not producing any. And why does it work? Doesn't it work? This is at 0%. This should have been turned on. Counter planks 1. Counter planks 2. This should be more than enough? Yeah, more than or equal, I meant, not more than enough. Yeah, it should be like that. I think I was just resetting it always. Okay, now it is turned on. Okay, let's reconnect the lumber mills to it. So that should be connected here. Here. Okay, now they work. And they should work, let's set it to 100 days. So they will work either for 100 days on when they reach the reset signal here. if it is more or equal to 95% of storage. Or maybe instead of these valves, I should have built another set of 3 just right here in front of them. But let's test with these 2. Weather drought, we should activate early, so let's go 1 hour early. Yeah, and it turns off, well, turn it on in 1 hour. We are still releasing water because the second one is not built, but it works. And we will have 45 days drought. Unfortunately, our water tanks are still not filled up because of the malfunction in our automation of the pumps. But I will tinker with it more and we will make it work more reliably. But at least for almost everything else it works quite well. This was my bad, yeah, for the planks. I screwed that one. But now it should work without issues. At least for now. We will see later. But that will be all for today. I'm leaving this episode here and I should have paused the Tapper Shack a long time ago. Yeah, that was a waste of time there. Never mind. Our new trees, what are they called? Again, I always forget that food. Chestnut, yeah. Chestnut trees are being grown. We'll be expanding this. I'm going to add irrigation well somewhere here below the forester. So we will need to move the power shaft. Yeah, we can move it down here. That would be fine. Better. Yeah, but that will be all. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Push that like button, subscribe, leave some comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye, and automate everything.